What up, boys? Welcome back to the channel where we do shit COLTS way. Today, I've been waiting on this for a long time. It's a S&B 60-gallon tank. We're going to do a little install video on that. I got this from Stage 3 Motorsports. I will put a link in the video description of this tank if you want to go ahead and add it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, pulling camper or trailer or whatever, I ain't got to stop every 2-3 hours to get diesel. I can sit there and roll out with it. But right now I got a 36-gallon tank on the truck, which I can't ever pump more than like 30. I think it's been messed up since the beginning. But this is gonna be a 60-gallon tank, and we're gonna do an install video on it. We're gonna do this shit COLTS way. So y'all stay tuned. Oh, how y'all like that mullet, son? Y'all thought because you ain't seen me in a minute that the mullet was gone. It was just getting better. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, okay, I've got my airbag line right here. So off camera, I'm gonna take that off. I did an install video on that. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll be back and we gotta pop all this out. But I just wanted to get this out of the way first so it's not, you know, everybody's gonna be like, well, I don't have that. That goes in my airbag, so just hold it. All right, so I got the nut and the washer off. So I'll be able to pull that out now, this cover. But a little pro tip, some of y'all don't know this. See this little hanger? That's what it's for. This, I don't even need that. And you shouldn't either if you love your truck. All right, so next thing you gotta do right here, get a little, like a flathead screwdriver or something, and pry that up. So, y'all thought I was just patriotic when it came to clothes or shade. Don't pick about anything, son. I got them Kleins, American flag Kleins. See that? That's what I'm talking about. This $50, the regular is $50, this is $60, I'm paying the $60. So let me get a flathead, we'll go back over there. So this sucker should just pop up like so. And pull that crap out of there. All right, so once you got all that, you're gonna have 3 5/16 nuts. I've already took 2 of them out. There's the last one, okay? So now you can push this down and it's free to move. So they're 5/16, there's 3 of them. All right, so the next step, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get you a 5/16 and you're gonna get up here and this vent neck right here, you're gonna unscrew that hose clamp, and there's one on right there too. You're gonna unscrew both of those. It's a 5/16. When I get them unscrewed, I'm gonna pull them loose, and that way the tank can drop down when it's ready. I don't give a shit what everybody else says. That's a pain in the effing ass. Get yourself the little bitty 1/4-inch socket, and it's a pain in the damn ass because whenever I put this sumbitch back together, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. So you see up here, this one I got right here, it was straight up. This one, I mean, straight up facing the bed. So it took me forever. But when I put this thing back on, I'm putting it like that, okay, where I can get to it. Literally, I've been sitting here fighting with this thing for 15 minutes. About to rip it out. Hell, I ain't trying to have that much of an attitude. It ain't that hard. It's just, you know, I got off work late today. I'm trying to do this. I'm wanting to go to the camp tomorrow in the morning, but I'm gonna have to jack with this instead. 100 all Thanksgiving week. Ain't seen nothing, you know. Oh, I've seen deer, it's not the 2 I'm after. So, I mean, I don't give a shit. Tomorrow it's going down. Buckalations chapter 12, verse 6. If it's got horns on its head, that son of a bitch is dead. Or, you know, if I can't find one with horns, I'm shooting 2 does. I'm gonna come home with 2 deer this weekend, and it's gonna be tomorrow. So I gotta get this done. Buckalations gonna fail me. I'm going to Poachalations chapter 3, verse 16. If you can't shoot them when it's light, hit them some bitches at night. I'm gonna get some deer, so I'm just trying to be in a rush. No big deal. All right, so after you got that loose up underneath what we just did, where when you drop the tank, the hoses can come apart right there from the straps. So what I did then is I did this off camera to save some time. I jacked up my truck, put 2 jack stands up under it, just to kind of give me a little bit more headroom under there. So now if I can get this light right here, we'll go back up under here. All right, and bear with me now. All right, come on, cool. So here's your fuel filter right here. Let's see this light, if I can get it. So what you're gonna have to do, damn son. So get up under here, And you'll have to take this apart. I'll get basically this yellow pulls out and then you push it, okay? I'll try to get my camera set up to show you, but what we're gonna do is get under here and take all these apart, okay? Your electrical connection right here, and up under here, you know, when you change the fuel filter, you take these nuts out, but that's not what we're gonna do. See this on this back side right here? There it is. That's a T30 hex head. You're gonna take that apart, which allows you to take the whole thing up. So you're not gonna drain the fuel filter or anything like that. So you leave all these in, you'll take your electrical connection off, take that T30 right there. But let me get all my tools and we'll get up under here and do this. All right, so like I said, I already had it pulled out. So you pull that out and then you just push this in. All right, so there you go. Pull that out like that, get it all over your fucking phone. You're good to go. Dumbass. And there's another one up here. It's the same exact way. It's this blue one. I'm gonna have to do that off camera because I gotta do it two hands. Okay, so I lied. I think I can show you. So these are gonna be like this. You push them up like this, and then once they're unclipped, you push it back. See if I can get this a little bit. So you'll take this and just kind of, there you go. You see it push back, and there you go. It's off. All right, so we got both lines undone. Remember I was telling you about that T30 screw in there holding it on there, so I'm gonna bust it loose. All right, save that. All right, after you got that loose, you're gonna do this, just like when you change your fuel filter, and then put this somewhere so you don't lose it. This was the T30 up there. All right, if you got a skid plate like me, after you get all this done, you're gonna have to take this skid plate off. So there's 3 13mm bolts. So coming down this bracket, there's one. See if we can scoot over a little bit. There's 2 up here on the back driver side or passenger side over here on the passenger side of the tank. So that's 3. And then on the front driver side, there's 3, there's 4, 5. And then on the back driver side, here's your 6th one. They're 13mm. Take all them off. I'm just gonna take them off right now with this ratchet right here, and I'll holler at you when it's done. All right, I was able to get 5 of them off with my impact, and on the front passenger side one, I couldn't fit the impact in there, so I'm gonna have to get this one by hand. Unless you got like a long 10-inch extension. My extension wasn't long enough to get it, so. Come on. That's the last one. Now the skid plate's off and I'm stuck. All right, so if you watched my delete video when I was taking the DPF off or whatever, I use these straps. I'm gonna do the same thing with this tank so I don't have to support the weight of it. So I'm just gonna put it probably right up here on this hanger from the muffler. I'm gonna tighten it up. All right, so next thing we need to do is take these fuel tank straps off. Should be 4 bolts. See, this is a strap. The strap's down here. Make sure your ratchet straps ain't on top of your damn fuel tank straps, because that shit is gonna be in the way. So make sure your ratchet straps are on either side of it. I might actually move this one up here more, but anyway, strap it so you can lower it down. So when I lower it down, I'll just let this fall like this and ease it to the ground. Time for a latte. All right, so latte break. Bush. It's about to start raining. I'm not gonna be able to get everything tonight, so I'm gonna get to a stopping point. What I want to do is be able to get the tank drop. Take the straps off and drop the tank, and I'll film that. and then I'll start back in the morning and just be putting the new one on. So, but anyway, I had some twat tell me that I need to stop drinking lattes in my videos because it ruins my videos. So here's to you, dick. I'm gonna drink lattes in my Freedom Funnel all day. You know why? Because it's my channel. It's COLTS way. So screw off, you punk. Okay, so there's 4 bolts holding the tank up on these 2 straps. So 1 strap, 2 strap, okay? On each side of the strap is 1 bolt. So there's 4 bolts, they're 13 millimeters. I don't think I have to explain this. It says not to use the impact. I'll probably just loosen them and then use the impact. I don't know, but there's 1 right here, 1 on the other side, and on this strap, there's 1 up top, 1 on the other side as well. So I'm gonna get these bolts loosened. When I get them loosened, we'll start letting the tank down. All right, so I'm on the last bolt of the straps. I got my knee under the strap right now so it don't just fall on me. I don't know if Lou Ferrigno was working today that they tighten these, but I had to bow up on them, son. I mean, they were tight. So now that comes out like that. See, that strap's off. Throw that over there, and my ratchet straps are holding it up, okay? So now what it says to do is just kind of lower it slowly, about 6 inches, okay? Good thing I had that strap. I barely touched it, but now I got to undo the power. There's 1 more power plug. All right, so the electrical part you need to connect. So here's the front of the tank. See if I can get this up in here. It's up on top and it's right here. And there's just a little, just there. So you just, if I can film it, you just depress right there and pull out. So now the tank is ready to be lowered. All right, so I'm having a little issue here. See, these are loose. I mean, it's loose, but it's not wanting to come off. So I'm gonna have to get a flathead, maybe pry up a little bit on each one. I mean, you can see they're both damn loose, but I can't get these hoses to come off this vent tube and this filler tube. So I'm gonna get a flathead up in here. There's no way I'll be able to film that, but just know that I'm gonna get a flathead and just kind of pry up a little bit all the way around, and maybe they'll come off, because they're not coming off. All right, so what I do is I got this long flathead, okay? And I just push the little pipe for a good little bit. I can't film it and do it at the same time. Just know you're gonna have to get a flathead if yours is stuck like mine, and just go around it and push and break the seal, and then you'll be able to pull it off. So see how the other pipe's off? That's the same thing I just did, was just go around it pushing. So, all right. Nobody tells you that in the other videos. So here I am thinking they're gonna slide off. No. So you're gonna have to go around it with something and push them off. Okay. After a crap ton of fighting with it, you can see all I got is the small one. I can't get the big one off. See if I can get this phone up in there. I can't get the big one off. It's still on. So what I did is I came up from underneath, and you can see right there, that's the, let me see if I can focus on it. That's the other end of it. I just loosened that, I can't get focus. Yeah, I just loosened this clamp here and pulled it off on this end. I'll fix it. I'll be able to do it like that. So now everything's disconnected. So that's the way I had to do it. I got everything disconnected. Not the way the directions say. I couldn't get that one off, but so now I'm just gonna slowly loosen these. Just make sure everything's disconnected, which it is. I didn't forget nothing, I guess. When you do your ratchet straps, don't do it like me. Put one up closer to the front. I should have put it on this side of the strap, or the tank strap, but oh well. Because this back one ain't doing shit. But tank's off. That's what I wanted to get done tonight. Because it's too dark, it's about to rain. And I don't have any light to film anything on the oh, you stupid shit. I ain't got any light to film anything on the outside. So I'm just gonna move this tank out of the way. Have a damn latte. And we'll start again in the morning where I can move everything outside and show you what, you gotta move some stuff around from this tank onto the new tank. So we'll do that tomorrow. Have your latte, chill out. Peace. All right, boys. It is the next day. I got the old tank off last night. That's where I stopped. I drug it out here and put them both side by side so we could do a little comparison. So that's the old tank, obviously. Here's the new tank. It's quite a bit bigger. Basically all there is to do now is the fuel filter water separator, move it over there. All the hoses need to move over there. I'm gonna check the inside, just make sure this little red thing come off and ship and I put it back on. But I'm just gonna look in there, make sure nothing's in the tank, and then it's just a matter of swapping stuff over, and I'll set the tripod up and try to do that piece by piece as well. So let's roll. You got 3 10mm nuts that gotta come off right here on this. All right, so I got all the nuts off, this comes off. Just be sure to remember the orientation of things. See the little opening goes on the side that you put the diesel in, which will be on the, so just kind of remember those things. You can always go back and watch the video if you don't remember. So this comes off, and now what I'm gonna do is get a flathead screwdriver and kind of knock this thing. See, it sits in there and it twists. It locks it in, so you gotta knock it out. So let me go get my flathead and a little hammer and try to twist it. Okay, so I'm about to get the screwdriver and tap it from right here. Tap it that way. You see these right here, and there's a gap here, so it's gonna slide that way. And if you're confused, I did see this little arrow of an unlock button right there, which means go to your left. And if you're trying to lock it, you follow the arrow to the right. So if you get confused, you can just look at that. And here's another one too. So unlock this way, lock this way. So I'm gonna get my flathead and my screwdriver and tap that sucker loose. Pro tip, don't hit where the nuts, where the threads are. Hit these little gaps right here. So now what I'm gonna do is S&B supplies you with an O-ring. So I'm gonna put this O-ring on the new tank right here. Uh-oh. I said baby brakes and everything, huh? Say, hey, widow, I ain't gonna be out here helping Papa change these before too long, huh? Oh, say hey, everyone. All right. All right, so this next part I'm gonna try to do the whole thing without stopping. So just pull all your fuel lines off. Be careful now. Take them out of the clips. Need to get something to pry up these middle ones, I guess. Hey, that sucked. All right, all these are up. Now a lot of people we already undid the screw for this. So when you lift this up, there's going to be a green washer from the factory. Make sure that doesn't transfer over. So, you got rocks and everything else up in here. Shit. So just lift all this up. Be careful of your float. Transfer it over here. Remember, we already put the O-ring on. This slides right in there like this. And there we go. So now you put all the, I guess this one has it. Put them all back. And just kind of line this up. Push it down. All right. All right, so since we've got it transferred over now, it's on there. We put the O-ring on first. This power, to power this plug needs to go where this arrow is. But if you just align the tanks the same way when you transfer it over, so have both the filler sides to the right, you see? When you bring everything over, it'll line up right. So now the only thing left to do is push down on this and then hit it clockwise this time to tighten it, you see? Once you push down a little bit, it'll go over this lip and then slide this way, and this whole thing will come over, okay? So I'll set the tripod up, push down, hit it with the flathead again, and lock it back in place. But you really can't mess it up. Just power, arrow, and if you, like I said, put the tanks facing the same way, when you bring it over, it's all just gonna fit right. Hell, and I'm sorry about the damn wind noise. One of the main reasons I was waiting on this video is for my microphone to come in, but what do you know, it ain't in. All right, so I had it seated down good enough now. Just sliding up on there good. And there we go. So we got that on there tightly. This gonna slide on. Put these back on. All right, so next step, I'm gonna transfer these hoses over. Should be fairly easy. This one's gonna go on here, like so. Tightly. And then this one's got like a little T. So you want that, when you put it on here, you want this to be like straight up. So you don't want your T on the ground because it won't make it to the filler. So take this off. And also it's got like a little, I guess a little check valve or something. So it's got a thing that says flow. So you're gonna be pouring diesel in your tank from this end, you see? So the diesel can go in there and push this little spring door down. If you got the sumbitch facing this way, you're gonna take this whole thing apart and ain't nothing gonna get in there. I'm assuming in case this is if you flip your truck upside down in the tank where it can't flow back out. So important, flow, you stick that thing in there like this, make sure, flow, and then you line it up. This goes like this, and tighten it up. Now next step, they give you a zip tie. I think I'll just zip tie this vent little thing up here somewhere like that. All right, we got this up here like this. Take the included zip tie. Just kind of put it, looks good to me right there. And These ain't no freaking cutters, you dumbass. These will cut it. Just trim it up nice, good to go. All right, so I hope I'm not blocking the camera too bad. But now you got these two big got these two big U-bolts. One's bigger than the other, so the biggest one is going to slide on the driver's side. But you got to take these hoses off. So pull out, and then you're going to slide it up. Just like that. And then redo it maybe. Might be in the way. Oh no, I'm good. Alright, this is for my inverter. Did a video on that, I'll throw up on the screen maybe if I don't forget. So once you got these up, let me get my bolts, we'll go to the next step. Alright, and you probably will know this, but when I first put this on, I had it in front of that ain't how it goes. It goes back behind that, okay? And then that way you can push your lines back in. So it goes back behind this bolt right here, which I'm sure you would have known, but in that video I just did it, it wasn't like that. So now the lines are back in, this is up here. And then you got this thing, okay? And if you're confused, it does have a little thing that says front. So you'll put that on the front. There's two different ends. The one with the up end is gonna go on the passenger side, and this little lip is gonna go on the right side. So the big side will be on the driver's side. But as long as you follow front, you'll be fine. So this thing sits on top of this cross member up here, and these holes right here those will bolt, and you've got two bolts that you're gonna bolt in there. So doing this one-handed. So stick that up there like that, and I'm gonna put my phone on a tripod because I'm gonna have to bring this U-bolt up over that, and then this one sit on that up there, and then I'll line the holes up, and we'll screw it down. All right, so now I got this bracket up here, like I said. You know, this small side is on this lip, and this big one over here is on that little dip. So now all I gotta do is line the holes up and put bolts in them. So let me get my camera set up. Hope y'all can see. Dang, I need a lift. I'm tired of being poor. All right, so now it's just a matter of lining the holes up. All right, there's that one. Putting that on top. I'll just get it started, and I'll cinch it down with a ratchet. There's this. All right, this thread wasn't too bad. So that's sitting on there. It's sitting back there. All right. Come on, Colt. Hey, cut my wrench in half or what? This son of a bitch ain't gonna. Golly. Tighten it down. I ain't even gonna lie about it. That was kind of a pain. And I sucked it up. I bent this washer a little bit, and I was gonna take it off. I ain't messing with it. It's tight as hell. You can't hardly get nothing up in between there, but it's good. So this freaking thing ain't going nowhere. But I have a thicker washer I was gonna take off and put on there, but it ain't going nowhere. So I ain't messing with it. I just sat there 15 minutes trying to get my wrench out from under there, but I finally got it. All right, so off camera, I drug my tank and the new tank up in here. I set up my ratchet straps just like I did the first time. And I'm gonna get up under this and slowly ease it up. I might let the camera run and do like a time lapse, but so when you're easing it up, you're gonna have to watch those two so that they can get up over that, you know. So just ease, you know, when I was easing it up, I'll grab those two to make sure they're good. And this big long one right here, okay, that's got to go up over. I don't know if it's gonna go over this one or this one, whenever it fits in there, but it's just, you're just gonna lay it up over there so it doesn't get pinched. So I'm gonna get my camera set up, try to start lifting this thing up.
This is obviously not over. Check my hose.
All right, now, before I get too high, remember there was that power cord up top on the sending unit. There was two power plugs, one for on the fuel filter, water separator, and one up there on that unit. So I might have pulled it up too high. So I'm gonna see, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get my camera up there, but if I get up there and find out I can, I'll get my camera up there, but I don't know. But you literally plug what you unplugged in earlier. I might have, you know, you're supposed to lower the tank 6 inches, unplug it. I might have this one up too high to even get in there, so I might have to lower it back down. But I'm gonna find out, and if I can get the camera up there, I will. All right, there's no way I was able to get the camera up there and my hand at the same time, but you see where this S&B symbol is and this hole in your frame is? Go see if I can get the camera in there somewhat. Go in there. I don't know what I'm filming, but I had to feel around and find it, and I was able to just push it in. But I cannot get the phone and my hand up at the same time, so I can't even see what my phone's seeing, but hopefully that shows something. Okay, so now that the tank, I got it supported by the straps, it's up there as far as I can get it. These are the tank straps that come with the new tank. The factory ones, they won't work. So, but what you do use is the factory bolts, okay? There's 4 factory bolts, one's longer than the other. The longest one goes on the back right side, and that's for this tall looking one right here. So the one that's taller goes on the back, and then this one goes up front, okay? And here's 2 bolts for up there, and one long one and one short one here. The long one goes on the driver's side. So let's see if I can, what I'm gonna do, obviously. So you see I just slide it on like this, and I'm gonna put the short one on that side, and the tall one is gonna go up in there. So I'm gonna put the camera down and just literally this, I don't have to film this because I mean the bolts are gonna go right into there, okay? So I'm gonna get these two straps up. The front's the same way. So there's the front one. It's gonna go the same way, all right? Oh, I'm sorry, the front's right here. Here's the front. Okay, I got the back strap in, and then I have this front strap in too. 4 bolts, that's it, very simple. So now the tank's up there. I'm gonna come off my straps and I'm gonna do this off camera, but anyway, so the tank is now supporting itself. Now it's time to move on to, well, I'll probably do these connections first. So, okay, I'm not gonna be able to get the camera in like I did before. So that yellow one hooks right up, that's gonna be the easy one. Remember, there's a blue one on top of the the fuel filter up there. So I've got to reach my hand in there. Hopefully I wasn't supposed to do that before I got the tank real tight, but we'll see. Okay, so the blue one was actually super easy. I don't know if you can see, I just reached my hand up in there. I'm on the passenger side. I just reached my hand up in there and just set it on there and pushed it in. It's very easy. I did it with my left hand. So literally I just reached up in there and did it. And I didn't have my phone up there to see either. So now we gotta plug this in. And remember, there's a T30 screw I need to put right there. And then I need to hook up the yellow. I'll try to get my tripod. I don't know, because I'm gonna have to be in the way, but damn, I might can do it right now. Yeah. So just push them. I'm gonna use both hands, but you see it's together now, so I'm gonna push it and then push the tab down. All right, so now we got that T30. I'm gonna put in there and just, I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna just gently sucking it down. Tight enough. Next thing we're gonna do is give you a skid plate. And I gotta figure out what way it goes. But literally, the skid plate goes up over these, remember? And then they give you some nuts, these big nuts with some washers, and you'll suck it up. So that'll protect the front, and then the factory one will go on back behind this, I'm assuming. So let me get this kind of started, and then I'll finish the rest of it as I'm sucking it up tight. All right. So I got these just hand tight right now, and I just need a 19mm deep socket. I'm gonna go get one, and I'm gonna suck them up with my impact, and then we'll go to the other section. But shit, you can't drink all day if you don't start early. All right, so now it's time to put the factory skid plate back on, and they give you these spacers because it's dropped down. The tank's hangs like a 3/4 of an inch lower. So, you know, the little squares that have the 1 go on the ones that have 1. Okay. This side has 2 holes, so you'll use the one that has 2 holes, and the same shit over there. So, and they'll supply you with 6 new bolts. So you'll come up like this, and they'll thread into the factory bolt threads that are stuck up there already. So I'm just gonna slide this up under the truck. I'll try to maybe video it and do a time lapse on it later. But damn, that's pretty self-explanatory. You just gotta have these spacers, and the son of a bitch goes right in the same spot it did before. Where's the fucking black one at? Ooh, shit. All right, now I got the red ass again. I'm gonna let y'all know. The ones I said just the 2 holes go were the 2 holes wrong. Okay, the one there's a straight 2-hole one, and then there's an angled 2-hole one. The straight 2-hole one, passenger side. I mean driver's side. The angled 2-hole one goes on the frickin' driver's side. I mean, God, fuck, stupid ass. The passenger side, angled passenger, straight driver. So don't have to take the whole thing down again. All right, so I got the skid plate on with the spacers. That was kind of a pain in the ass, but just remember the straight go on the passenger or driver side, and the angled holes go on the back passenger. Last part, we got to hook these tubes up to the filler neck and the vent valve. So I got to use 2 hands to do that. I'm not gonna be able to get my phone in there, but damn, you put the big one on the big one, the little one on the little one, and I'm making sure that the hose clamp ends are where I can get to them next time. I'm gonna face them right out to the right where I can get to them. All right, so it actually went on pretty easy, a lot easier than it come off. So I'm thankful for that. So the last thing I gotta do is put this on there with the 3. You get up under here and line it up like that. All right, the 3 screws are in. I'm just gonna pop this back in. All right, got it all back in there. Airbag back in there. Now I got 5 gallons of diesel. I'm gonna drive the Ranger down to the store and get 5 more. And I'm gonna put 10 gallons in this, and then we'll do the next step. But I got just a couple gallons in the old tank. I'm not going to siphon it out right now. Once I put the 10 gallons in here, I'll put the rest in here back in this thing one day. So I got 5 there. I'll put 5 more in it, and then I'll just transfer everything from the old tank back into there. All right, so it ain't leaking or nothing. I done checked. I'm just gonna turn my key a little bit, and I can hear it filling up down here. So I'll probably cycle it a few times before I start it. All right, so I cycled a few times, got up under there where you could see up under where you plug the connections in. I looked at the yellow one, everything. It stopped making noises. It ain't leaking, so I'm gonna start it up and see. Might have to do that a few times. Boom. Oh, that's a sound of freedom. So now we'll get up under here and look at it. Just look one more time. I don't see nothing leaking up under, so I'm good. I'm headed to the damn camp, and when I get back, we'll fill this sumbitch up and change the miles to empty to a 60-gallon tank instead of the factory size tank. But your boy ain't got time for that shit today. So if you just want to pick the tank up like I did, there's a check valve in this one too. So when you tilt it, it can't come out the big one. It's just going to come out this one right here. All right, so I just went to the gas station. I filled up. Damn, what's that? That son of a gun look good, son. Anyway, look, just went to the gas. Bush for all you haters. Just went to the gas station. I filled this sucker up all the way. So it's full. So what we got to do now, you know, my truck's still saying 500 and some miles to empty. It's still going up a 34-gallon tank. Well, I got a 60-gallon tank. Now I go from here to Michigan if I want to. Earnhardt's sitting there, got in the pit. He gonna have to put new gas in his stuff. I just keep on rolling, so I ain't got to stop. Anyway, we're gonna go to ForScan real quick. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it with a ForScan. I think there's 3 ways. You can do it with ForScan, your EasyLink, or I think S&B can send you like something, but we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna do ForScan. I'm gonna show you how to change it on ForScan if you don't have an EasyLink, and if you know, vice versa. That way anybody can do it. It's real simple. So let's roll. All right, so I got a full tank, 529 miles to empty. My average is what it is because I like to skinny pedal. So here we are. I'm assuming that you already know how to use ForScan. If you don't know how to use ForScan, I'll link a video. I'll put something you can click on the top of this video, and it'll take you to a video I have on how to use ForScan. I'm assuming you already know. So once you're ready to set up in ForScan, okay, you're going to go to this little thing right there. You're going to go up here, configuration and programming, click that, and then go down to IPC model configuration, and you'll press the play button once you highlight it. Okay, it's going to pull it up. Now up here you can type in fuel tank or whatever, or if you're smart you can just go alphabetical order to the F's. So fuel tank size liters, I'm in America, so it's gallons. I'm going to change the gallons. So once I have that selected, you see that it's 34 because it's from the factory at 34. Edit selected, go up here, backspace, type in 60. I'm adding a 60-gallon tank. So we're going to boom that, and then you're going to go down here and press right. It wants you to confirm it. Yep, I want to confirm it. So it's going to do it. Okay, program successfully. Turn key on and back off. All right, so I just cycled it, and now the new all right, full tank, 935 miles to empty. Boom, son. I ain't got to stop if I don't want to. So that's how you do it on ForScan. I only use EasyLink through my phone, and I film on my phone. I need to go ahead and get better equipment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my EasyLink on my phone, and I'm going to do a screen recording on my cell phone, and then I'll have to dub over the audio because it'll be silent, so the audio might sound weird, but I'll walk you through it. But just follow the screen recording on how to do it with the EasyLink, and let me do that real quick. All right, one more thing that I forgot to add. I have a 2018, so this doesn't matter to me, but here's where we changed the fuel tank size right there, the gallons. So if you have a 2020 and up, you're going to have to go down here where it says fuel level source. Okay, click edit, and then change. Yours will say PCM, so you're going to have to change yours from PCM to IPC. So I don't need to change mine because mine's already on IPC, but 17 to 19 should be IPC, and if you have a 2020 and up, you'll have to change yours from PCM to IPC. So I'm not going to do that, but before somebody says, "Ooh, you didn't show me everything," well, that's for 2020 and up. So there you go. All right, so once inside the EasyLink app, go to the top left of 3 bars, and then go to vehicle, then go down to functions, and then the second one from the top, calibrate fuel tank volume. And since I changed it in ForScan, you're going to press run at the top right. But since I changed it in ForScan, it's already going to say 60. But you'd press 60, and you could change it, like I'll go back to 34, and then you'd press submit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it back at 60, and I'm just going to cancel. But once you put it on 60 gallons, you press submit. All right, boys. Well, that's everything. Really, you can see, I think this tank hangs down like 3/4 of an inch more than the factory tank. You really can't even tell at all. So there's that, and you know I'm honest with everybody. Now this thing's freaking awesome, it's badass. There's only one downside, and it ain't really a downside, but nobody else tell you this, and it might not be a big deal for a lot of y'all, and it's not really a downside. I don't want to sound negative, but I'm totally honest with all my stuff. The only thing that I don't like about it is my favorite gas station where I get diesel has the big nozzle, and I like it because I'll fill up real quick and get the hell out of there. I ain't got to be jacking around all day. But that's where I went to get diesel this time, and I can't use the big nozzle. I can use it, but I got to hold it. So used to be I could go full blast on the big nozzle. You can't do that now. I guess it has something to do with the new check valve or something like that. I can go to the first click, or I can hold it. I don't even think I could go to the first click. I had to hold the big nozzle, like barely holding it, which is still faster than the small nozzle, but I can't fill it up as fast as I used to. Not a deal breaker for me, but I'm just letting everybody know that is one thing that it does. So I ain't heard nobody else say that. I'm gonna say it because that's just what I do. But I'll use the small nozzle from now on, and hell, I ain't gonna have to use it very often because I'll go forever. So, but it hangs down 3/4 of an inch more. The big nozzle I can't use without holding it, and I could go over 1,000 miles easily. But during hunting season, my truck stays hooked up to the Ranger and my trailer, so I mean, I can't. My average is way down. But anyway, enough rambling. Look, man, I appreciate the hell out of y'all watching all the videos. If you liked it, comment, give the video a like. I do appreciate it. And I got this, the boys over at Stage 3 Motorsports sent me this tank. So I want to say thank you to y'all. Y'all are some great dudes. I've had contact with them the last couple months. We've been talking. Man, they're jam up. Good dudes. I'll leave a link to this tank in the video description. If you click the link, it'll take you to Stage 3. If you buy one, please buy it from them. They've helped me out. I guess they saw something in me. So if this is something that y'all are wanting to do, please click the link and buy from them. I appreciate the hell out of it. It'll help me too. Maybe in the future I can work with them again. But until next time, God bless. Appreciate y'all. Later.